So just to recap, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Gaia worlds in my capital system, powered by the end of cycle. We are on the cusp of becoming gods, or at least, hopefully, and we're going to snuff out all existence. Such joy. This video has been made possible by Paradox Interactive. Shadows of the Shroud is available now, and if you use the link in the description down below, you will go to the Paradox store where you can purchase it. All purchases directly support the channel. It is that time again. There is a brand new expansion for Stellaris out and about, and Paradox Interactive has asked me, ASpec, would you mind showcasing some of the stuff that we have in this particular expansion? Yes, of course, I will love to play Shadows of the Shroud with my swarm of mind bullets. Yeah, that's right. Also, every single time I want to look at this character portrait, all I think is I want to rip and tear. Irregardless, a brand new expansion, brand new stuff, and of course, we have to go and play around with some of the new things, such as the Endbringers. Yeah, this is a brand new thing that comes with this particular expansion. They are a challenging origin, and all we can do with this is go psionic, because of course we are. There's paranoia involved, we cannot join a federation, but there's a bunch of really fun stuff that we can do with this particular setup, especially considering the new secret societies and superstitious belief modifiers that I've also added. Let's dive in. Let's have some swarm of mind bullets to start a doomsday cult. It's good to dip my toes in with the stars once again. There were a bunch of videos that I created, but I had to throw them all away because I wasn't particularly happy with them. And now, with this particular expansion, something has come out that I'm very happy with. And that is secret societies. Now, secret societies allows me to conduct proxy wars. Basically, it will allow me to make multiple empires fight each other through espionage. I love it. I love everything about it. And we also get first contact straight away with 2 other alien empires that are all the way down here, which I think is a bit dubious. Irregardless, we also have the end of the cycle of conflict has begun, because apparently we are hyperspace astrologers, where we have spirit mediums and astrologers and stuff like that, where the stars will let us know what happens. So yeah, we also have a shrouded planet in our star system. Which is a bit weird, but we'll see what comes out of this. It's all the standard setup stuff, so let's start deploying our assigned ships who can do all of that science and start taking a look at what's going on in the galaxy at large. I don't want to have a colony ship yet. Get a science ship up and running, and let's get underway in this game. Apparently we are one of Space Doctrine. We are one with the Cosmos for now. And of course, we wouldn't be a paranoid mess of a society if we did not have a archaeological site straight away at the planet next door on the Shrouded world. Something is calling to us. Allegedly, stuff is going on here. Stuff is afoot, which is something we need to keep an eye out. Initially, I was gonna go for the architectural civic, because then you get access to a lot of these districts. But I decided not to in the end, because I wanted to showcase some of the kookier stuff in this particular expansion, which I am a big fan of. So yeah, we will probably be a little bit on the back foot at the start of the game, but that won't stop the fun, now won't it? Let's go and get the site excavated. Let's get underway. Let's see what the Shroud has in store for us. I'm sure it's nothing but good tidings. And as is tradition, we're going to go straight for discovery. It is by my favorite, mainly because of what it allows us to do, and that's, of course... it allows us to do the whole joys of the Map the Stars Edict, which is by far one of my favorites. So that's good. Character portraits, man. Yeah, we'll get the ball rolling there. We'll roll into prosperity afterwards, and then see whether or not. Oh, we got the Grenure as our precursor. That's not a bad roll. That means we can get a lot of good stuff. All right, cool. So as I was saying, it means that we can discover things quite quickly, and then after that, we will just roll into psionics, because as we are paranoid, which Happiness minus 6%. We need to build something called a Chamber of Silence that... Okay, can I build a Chamber of Silence? Let's ask that question. Apparently I'm not psionic enough to build a Chamber of Silence just yet. In the meantime, I'm just going to have to deal with paranoia and conspiracy theories. I'm sure the government in this place is basically, you know, that image of Charlie who has just got everything connected in weird ways. That's probably what's going on in this particular empire, except instead of it just being one person, it is everybody involved. So I read this, and I thought by myself, what year is it? It's 4 years after the start of the game. What is this event called? The End is Nigh. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Apparently, we get a bunch of artifacts, and apparently, we get a modifier for our swarm of mind bullets. The End is Nigh. Amazing. Amazing. I love it. What a great way to start your game. I do love it when events are like this. I found an alien structure, and of course at the end of the event, it's just like, we have gone too far to turn back now. As the entire empire is just swarmed by paranoia. Clearly, the sunken cost fallacy is something that we want to apply right now. Definitely something that we want to do, guys. Definitely keep digging on the cursed planet. What's the worst that could happen? I mean... it's 8 years into the game. I just made first contact because whatever. Okay, cool. Ruthless capitalist. Whatever. They're all like stuck in this little corner pocket of the galaxy. That's fine. It's more the shit that I find next, which is a ruined Dyson sphere. How many jumps away from my capital is that, sir? 2 jumps. I'm gonna need to rush megastructures and get that bad boy online, because a fully powered operational Dyson sphere as part of my empire is just going to allow for so many possibilities. And it's also what is this? Blue hypergiant or something like that? Like it's barely fitting inside the Dyson sphere. Like it's literally being, what's the word here? Like it's cupcaking? Is that the word? No, it's not. But you know what I mean. Like, it barely fits into this thing. Like, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? Like, this is in the center of its life cycle, for crying out loud. We're gonna need to take control of it. Strange contacts. Oh, great. Factions. So, this is the other empire. It's over here in the corner. We're gonna need to start improving our relationships with them as soon as possible, because there's another empire over here. And I'm pretty sure that's a hive mind. It could be a devourer. Would be a lot of fun. But we'll find out sooner rather than later. Alright, so this is the deal. There are 2 empires at the end of this line. I am having the weird feeling that they can't really get out of this pocket. I'm gonna make like good friends with them for a variety of reasons. Mainly because, oh, can I do that? Oh, they're overwhelming to us. Oh, I didn't like it very much because of that. That's not good. Anyway, it's mainly because of the secret societies. Which allows us to enact proxy wars if we have sufficient trust or infiltration with some of these empires. By the way, need to make a spy network. Can't do that so much on the hive mind because they'll know we're there. But it means that we can make them fight each other. And I would love to let them fight. Whilst I get bigger and fatter over here, ready to induct them into our cult of the End, which I think is delightful. Also, the Baul seems to be going quite nicely. We'll see how that all pans out. There's a spy network. There's a lot of stuff going on right now at the start of the game. I do like it. I do like it a lot. We got a lot of cool things going on. Science ships could be a little bit more active, though, so let's get that party rolling. Well, looks like we got access to psionic theory now. Let's take a look. How much would psionic theory cost? 355. That's a lot of months. I don't think I've got the science for that just yet, but we'll get there. Let's just continue doing genome mapping. That's also expensive. My technology is really bad. My lord. Gonna need to do something about that. Do I have enough jobs? No, I do not. So I need to get more jobs. I don't even need to start a proxy war. We're already attacking each other anyway. So that's nice. Ooh, they do have an exit strategy here out of the arm. That's nice. We're also really best as buddies. So that's really cool. Yeah, this hive mind is gonna die. They're gonna lose their planets. Unfortunate for them, but you know, that just means it means we can induct them into our cult. Oh man, and we got such a charismatic leader. Oh man. New truths have been revealed. A realm of madness and a color from out of space. A voice has beckoned to us saying it is time. Apparently, we've unlocked psionics, which is great. We also get access to the Chamber of Silence, which reduces... oh god, we got a -15 stability modifier. That's not good. Okay, so we're gonna need to start build... Oh, crap. Okay, where are these silence? Where are these temples of silence? Because we're gonna need them. We're gonna need them pronto. Oh, of course. Madness has entered my empire, and apparently we have got reduced stability of that. And we can only reduce that with a Chamber of Silence, which is a replacement of, I want to say, the Psycore. And that right there is in the Psionics tree. We're gonna need to wait a bunch of months to stabilize this. And right now it's 20% stability on my empire. That is not good. That madness has great, like, it's they're gonna go full Nicolas Cage down there. Like, it's not good. It's not good at all. Except Nicolas Cage is awesome. Well, I got enough stuff to unlock psionics, and of course there's Cult of the Voice, which unlocks the Chamber of Silence, which is the building that I so desperately need. How expensive is one of those? It will cost 450 minerals. I don't have that, but I do have the money to buy it. So we're just going to go ahead and adopt psionics. Oh no. The Doomsday Cult is on its way. And it longs for willing sacrifice. Oh. Each colony loses 100 to 300 pops. I love it. Great. No. Now the observant among you may have noticed that I only have 4 planets, and I'm going to fix that because there's a bunch of primitives over here, and we're just going to go ahead and land our troops there because these medieval peasants that are in the late medieval age would be a fine addition to our empire, and we need more sacrifices anyway. So yeah. Yeah, well, divine greetings upon you and your world, indeed. We're just in the process of, we'll just nuke them from orbit. I'm sure that we subjugated barbarians. Awesome. We will take control of this planet for a little while. We'll drop our troops immediately on it because we don't want another uprising to deal with this, and I guess we're going to give them holo theaters. We're going to introduce holodecks to the primitives. I'm sure they'll be super excited about that. And in the meantime, that low stability of theirs, who cares? Like, let's give them some additional lobotomy reports. Excuse me? Did you just say lobotomy reports? Some mind bullets are struggling to live in harmony with the presence of the voice and desperate for peace. The weakest among us resorted to crude and unregulated lobotomy procedures. Such practices threaten to become widespread. Yeah, no, we can't have that. Also, the null void. Null void beams, you say? Yes, please. Lobotomies. What a bunch of silly goofs. And there it is, the Chamber of Silence. That took me a lot longer to figure out where it came from than I am comfortable admitting. That is one ominous looking structure for 450 minerals, which obviously we have at the moment. It will reduce paranoia and madness. What a delight. So we're going to need to build one of these on every single planet that we have. And the upkeep for these is also pricey. But we can afford it, hopefully, in a reasonable way. So we're going to build one of these on every single planet and see how it goes. The energy costs should be able to offset that against this Dyson sphere once it's finally online, but that's going to take a long time because, well, we don't have mega engineering at the moment, and mega engineering is going to be our bread and butter when the time comes. Why can't we not do this yet? Why can this swarm of mind bullets not do anything? Because we need a Chapel of Silence. And now we're just having cold sweats in the middle of the night. Apparently the voice is now speaking to us, saying that we have to, quote-unquote, embrace entropy in apocalyptic nightmares. We could go into the Chamber of Silence, or we could just, we'll just go into the... Screw it, we're gonna go into the all beginnings must have an end. Like, let's embrace the apocalypse, shall we? The mark of the end, because clearly we need to have a mark of the beast on all of our pops. Apparently we can basically say that, the end is coming, we need to put a mark on ourselves. We could bear this mark with pride, or we could have a misguided practice. So if we do this, we get half the population gets the marked trait, which reduces army health and army morale damage. It basically just increases unity in general. Yeah, we will definitely do that. I would love to get more unity. Always try to get as much unity as you can. We're 14 months away from getting the next level anyway. So we'll see how this all pans out. What's the worst that can happen, right? Like, we're going to get into the Galactic Senate. People are going to ask questions. And we're just going to go, it's the mark of our savior. You should join us. You should join us. The end is nigh. Well, it only took 40 years, and we fully embraced our psionic ascension. Oh, this is a brand new screen that I've never seen before. Okay, so this is the new psionic Shroud screen. We are currently aligned to the center because there are some unknown domains, so different entities and whatnot. And we can delve into the Shroud. Yeah, this is a bizarre screen. Let's take a look. The Trial of Silence. We've descended to the Shroud, are unified, helping to silence chaotic noise. The cataclysmic being. Our purpose alone cannot shield us. The voice whispers empty platitudes, indulging us with paltry distractions, each more meaningless than the last, but all equally tempting. As we begin to fracture, the entity returns, and a single command reverberates through the void. Silence. Okay. The cataclysmic being recedes further into the Shroud. The clarity that it follows is almost deafening. It settles into the gaps of our minds, leaving us with newfound resolve and gifts. Such wonderful gifts. I'm gonna need to start splicing videos into this now. Oh no. Oh no. So in my empire, I'm currently in the process of moving into this general direction. This system, I am going to need to not allow people inside of it anymore. This planet, it's got rifts.
Exploration
This is not a real planet. This is a void spawn egg. This is a real problem, because this is a major planet within my territory. And I'm going to need to be super careful about it because, it's going to hatch. And we're going to run into problems. Well, after some messing around and finally managed to get to the last Ba'ul. Cool relic.
we build.
Costs quite a lot of resources in order to run, but it will gives us the life seeding ability, which is turns one planet into a Gaia world, which is crazy powerful. Which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to turn our capital world into a Gaia world. It's going to take about 3 years to do so, but it's super good. Like, all of our planets will be molto bene slowly over time. Again, it's going to take a while, but it will be super awesome. Meanwhile, in the territory of the Mind Bullet, we've done the Trial of Flames, whatever that means, and we have submitted to the absolution of the cataclysmic being. Apparently, we can now see the glorious purpose of such, because, of course, and we're just gonna... Oh, madness modifier has been removed completely. The psionic flames have engulfed our minds, ever burning away the complacency. This is glorious. We are no longer... We're only paranoid now. So that's nice. We're no longer mad. Or we're just so mad that we see lucidity. It's beautiful. I'm sure that everybody's like super excited about this. You guys excited about this? Can we start a proxy war with you guys yet? No? Okay, well, we'll get that sorted at a later date, but I'm sure we'll be able to do something cool with this sooner rather than later. Madness. Anyway, we can now form a covenant with the end of cycle. So the end of cycle, those of you who are not aware, is actually quite old. It was added to the game years ago already, and obviously Shadows of the Shroud adds new levels to this. With this, the end of cycle, we get psionic aura technology. Psionic emanations from the Shroud bring an entity favor into the corporeal reality. An empire attuned to the Shroud patron will emit a psionic aura. Okay, and psionic aura intensification. Oh wow, okay. We got a bunch of naval cap, starbase cap, paranoia goes away, embracing the end, all the fun stuff. But the aura of the end will kick in, which will consume everything. Oh god, we need to conquer 587 systems. Well, that's not very good. What's the end here? The reckoning, the ways. Delay our destiny, bring in the inevitability. I'm sure this will all be fine. There will nothing bad will happen. With all of this, we have the end of cycle situation. The will of our patron demands complete annihilation of this reality, which each system the aurora of end consumes, the closer of merciful oblivion becomes to pass. We shall witness to the inevitability, and we need to conquer the entire galaxy. And we need to do this in 600 months. So still a ways away, but we've got work to do, and that work is to conquer everybody as fast as we can. All right, start the forges. We're going to war. Apparently our psionic aura is so cool. We're generating all of these cool rings in our empire, basically everywhere. There's like a modifier in place as well. Aura of the End, emitted by our empire. This will consume this system in 583 months. Ship upkeep has been reduced in this empire. Research station output, mining station output, and resources have all been increased by 100%. Yeah, we're cranking out resources all of a sudden. We're going to need to transfer that into alloys as fast as we can. So that's a thing. So let's get that party started. We need to fire up the forges as mentioned, because we need to start capturing star systems as fast as we can. What a delight. Will we have enough time to fire up the Dyson Sphere? That is the real question that I have right now. Well, the problem right now is obviously we need to get a lot more territory in order to increase the influence of the end. And that is all fine and dandy. The problem obviously is we've got a non-aggression pact with these guys. We're going to need to break that, and that puts us on a cooldown timer for truce. That's all fine. We're generating resources. I'm not too concerned. Plus, we're just cranking out Unity and Science right now to get ahead of the pack. So, we got the resources, we got the influence, our psionic aura is everywhere. What I'm not particularly happy about is this Shroud seal that is sitting here. This is a special building. Apparently, it counteracts psionic energy. This is a friggin' Blackstone pylon that they've built in the middle of space. That's a cool ass animation, by the way. I'm not very cool with that. Not very cool with that at all. So we're gonna need to do something about this as soon as we can. And yeah, possibly annihilate that if we can as well. Speaking of annihilation, and these guys are up first, followed by these, and then this terrible little hive mind over there. The galaxy must burn for the greater glory of our Lord and Savior, the end of cycle. So this is a fascinating little scenario. It would appear that these guys, we can actually propose them to be our subjects, which I think is fascinating. I would like a fresh tributary, please. Because that's the kind of thing that I would like. Yeah, I would love a tributary. Let's do it.
Holding the world to our
getting additional resources. Does that mean if they say yes?
We build.
And they have said yes. as far as I
Freezes out.
Yes. Does that mean that they will automatically
Another
be
eye has
added
opened.
to the Conclave? Because they are part of the Conclave now, right? Yeah, it should be. If not, I'll just integrate them. So it's not really an end of the world sort of situation. But yeah, that was a lot easier than expected. Time to move on. Time to annihilate this friggin' hive mind. Who are equivalent to us. But for how long, you ask? Well, not very long indeed. So the end of the cycle has a couple of stages, and specifically distortion, intensification, and then finally the last phase. Now, I'm fully expecting that this be a crisis sort of situation because I'm pretty sure that these other empires are not going to be particularly keen on me putting the Christmas lights out, and so to speak. Especially not my Christmas lights. They may have some Christmas lights of their own. Yeah, the aura of the end. This system will die when that happens. They're not going to be cool with that, and they're probably going to start to push back as we are moving forward in the cycle. And actually started to stall for time a little bit because it was moving real quickly. That's problematic. We're gonna die real quickly if we're not careful. We got all of this stuff to take care of as well, so we want to make sure that we got all these little side projects. In the meantime, though, we're now at war, which is double plus exciting. Let's go and see whether or not these void beams actually do well or not. There you go. Alrighty then. Yeah, we also got some cool new models as part of this. Obviously, look at that. Look at these cool spaceships. They're just going to be lighting up all of these guys with the void beams and whatnot. They're plantoids. Oh, that is just adorable. That. Oh no, their shields are dying. They're melting. That's not gonna end up good for them. Yeah, I'm afraid that this army is gonna die. And that is mostly unfortunate. We're just gonna continue pushing. Yeah, we're gonna push forward and see how this party develops as we go along. You there, scientician, I would like you to go and science the crap out of these here wreckages. Thank you very much. I've just been made aware that I have cosmic powers. Create a Gaia world in... What? Create a Gaia world with 1,000 pops in our capital system for 10,000 energy. Excuse me, what? The end of cycle has materialized a Gaia world in our capital system. What the shit? Sure. Why not? Why not do that? I had another look through these. Extermination. It kills 3,000 pops on our own colonies, but it does reduce the end of cycle situation by 120 points. Excuse me. All of my people, or at least the ones that I'm taking at the moment, are they all sacrifices? Yay! They're all sacrifices! Oh boy, a new Paragon who knows about the end of cycle. What can they do? Okay, so they're psychic. They've got the Apostle of the End. Okay, cool. Plus 10 aura intensity per ship destroyed in a system. Okay, Wrecker is good. Artillerist is good. Yeah. I will definitely enlist you. And yeah, I will put you on my boats. There you go. That's the one I wanted. So that's going to increase my aura effect. We're going to be aura farming, baby. Let's go. I can do it again. I can create another planet in my star system. There is now 3 Gaia worlds inside of my capital system. This is ridiculous. This is entirely insane. And I love everything about it. It is just so dumb. It is so dumb and I love it. Oh. We got ourselves some mind wardens who don't like us. The robots, anti-psionic robots, they really don't like who we are, which obviously is an issue. But it just means that we get to kill them. But, you know, bonus, I guess. Well, we're at war. Quite an interesting war, actually. It's the Aura War with a Federation. The Basilicus Imperium and all that shenanigans. And apparently one of my vassals decided to join them as well. And we've been cracking down on that stuff. But in the meantime, though, you got these guys over here. They're still independent, but they're getting Aura farmed quite nicely. The real problem is these Shroud Seals. So basically, there are special buildings that you can build in space, and they basically stop the influence of the aura that I am deploying all over the shop. So the aura of the end, for instance, is causing is not generating enough in these particular areas, which is highly unfortunate. Which means that we're going to need to destroy them, and we're slowly but steadily moving through their space and whatever we can find, and just dismantling these things where we can. I have got way too many planets. It is ridiculous. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna go ahead and claim these worlds, and then we'll just take it from there, because we're also trying to take all of this stuff over here, and there is quite a lot of it. So yeah, we're gonna need to do something about this. So I just did a little bit of an inventory of which areas are actually being affected by our aura. There's a surprisingly large amount of space that is being affected by our aura at this moment in time. And because of that, I think we may actually be in a position where we could push it a little bit harder, because 3/4 of the galaxy are covered in our aura, all the way back over here even, and all the way up here. And of course, we are in a quote-unquote aura war to begin with, and people seem to be joining that quite quickly. And this is also a total war situation, which means that whoever wins, well, they'll win forever, because the loser dies. Because of that, with that in mind, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the inevitable. We are inevitably going to do that, because we want to make sure that we win as where possible. What we do need to do, however, is we are going to need to talk to our good friends over in the Shroud and see what is possible, because if we don't, then we may run into some problem. What can we do here? Hyperdrive. We don't have the ability to do anything right now. Maybe delve a little bit? Nothing's there. We just get these abilities, but we'll see how it goes. Oh boy. Delightful. The Galactic community has passed a resolution declaring us a military target, and all members of the Galactic community are now at war with a swarm of mind bullets. We can expect their fleets to strike at any moment. Prepare for battle! Yeah, that's not good. I mean, this is gonna be problematic in the long run. We're now at war with this assembly over here. It's like everybody? Oh, everybody's jumping in on this one, in this aura war. That's a lot of fun. Even this confederation of Khan, whatever there is. Yes, there is. Okay, that's not good. I am going to need more fleets, and I will have to build more fleets, and I'm going to need to send them over here. Thankfully, I did build up my initial vassals quite well. But apparently I'm a crisis now. And we're only 100 years into the game. But I guess we're going to need to do something about this. I think the best order of action at this moment in time is as follows. So we're not a crisis proper, but we are going to need to sacrifice a colony into Shrouded world. There you go. I turned this planet into something else. It's now Shrouded world. What does it do? Probably not a lot. It probably boosts the aura effect in the system. Intensity levels increases. Yes, intensity is high because of a bunch of stuff. But it's good. Like it doesn't really tell me why the intensity is so high, but at least it's spreading everywhere, which is nice. Let's hope that we can hold back the oncoming storm that's these empires, though. So this is the thing, right? Strategically, we want to clear out this particular part of the galaxy as fast as we can, because, well, there's an enemy empire there, and it's basically causing issues at our back door. which is fine because once we've done that, we can reallocate fleets towards the northern front to continue our aura war. Our aura is nicely expanding to many places, and on top of that, our situation will allow us to intensify very soon. So we should be able to apply our aura through the entire galaxy and see how it all goes. But yeah, the aura will spawn unlimitedly, which is great. The problem is, obviously, they got aura seals in places that will stop the Shroud and or warp expanding, which is unfortunate because we need those warp storms all over the place. But look at that. They're everywhere. All of these systems will fall to the end of cycle. We just need to coax these guys in the north to fall as well. But yeah, we need to clear up this part first, and there's a lot of little planets, but I'm steadily bombarding worlds and flipping them over to my side. I got two big fleets in here. I just need to start moving a few more major assets over here in order to make this all work. And once that is done, all those fleets can move up north. I also decided to take down the Stellarite devourer for a variety of things, but mainly because I have spy networks all over the place. And with those spy networks, I should be able to do a couple of very interesting things involving the Stellarite devourer. And that mainly has to do with me eating their capital, or at least introducing the Stellarite parasite into their star systems. If this fleet decides to survive, because my lord is it barely hanging on. But the Stellarite should die soon, and once that is done, I will be able to bring it home and then militarize it, because that's what we want to do. There it is. We want to retrieve the Exact. Yes, a triumph over the Devourer. We get an Exact modifier, which allows us to do the Operation Consume Star, which is one of my favorite ones. Also, apparently, the Treasure is in retrograde, which is going to reduce Unity. Yeah, this basically means we can start injecting agents all over these empires that we're at war with, and then start deploying the various Exacts in order to destroy their capitals and cripple their economies, because that's how people join the cult, by being worried about things and having nowhere to turn to. Oh no, we're nearly out of time. Apparently, we haven't added all the systems in the galaxy to the Shroud just yet, which is obviously unfortunate. How much do we have at the moment? Like, does it say it anywhere? How many stars we currently have? Aura of the End, psychic effects, end of cycle. Like, it doesn't say anywhere that I can see here. Yeah, but we are about to get the power of intensification, so that's good. Basically, we'll be able to make things even worse for everybody involved, which is good. You know, we just need to move this war further north, and I can't do that without taking care of the war on this side. So this needs to, this shenanigans need to be wrapped up as soon as possible. Well, time to start consuming their planets. Make it so. So this empire's capital world is likely going to be destroyed. This one's going to likely be destroyed. So that's good. The first journey is on its way. This empire has been completely crippled. It's time to move our troops north and take care of this shenanigans, because the aura must grow. How much do we have right now? Systems remaining to be countered, 164 systems. That's a lot of systems that still need to be conquered in 122 months. That is very soon. So we'll see how that goes. Whilst those stars are being consumed, it's time to, intensify our power. We're going to add 50 additional aura power, whatever that means to the grand scheme of things. So now we've gotten a lot of additional intensity being added to the swing of things, and that should hopefully spread our power a little bit more. Also, we're integrating this empire because this vassal of ours have decided to get Shroud seals, which kind of impedes our growth, which is something we definitely do not want. So we're just going to make sure that that is not longer going to be a problem. In the meantime, our fleets are moving north, the galactic north that is, to slowly but steadily start to consume all of these worlds, and it looks like the aura is steadily expanding. But will it be enough to do it in the next 10 years or so? I don't think it will be, but we can definitely give it a go. Let's hope that we'll be in time. Oh boy. So I've just been given the final step, eradication, which declares total war with all non-fallen empires, but it will reset the end of cycle progress by 240, which is exactly what we need at this point, because we're only like 5 years away from losing if we don't do this. Plus, we're at war with the entire galaxy anyway,
Fly to war.
which means we can just declare war with basically everybody within the galaxy. Which is great, because now it means the end of cycle will only finish in, well, what should it be here? A couple of years longer. Let's put it that way. But yeah, we're going to need to do. We're gonna be able to push a little bit longer, a little bit further, and a little bit more over time, which is great. Okay, cool.
The enemy draws near.
But where is this enemy draws? That's a large fleet. Where is this? Mycelial carriers, 4.6. That's it? Like, that's what you're waking me up for? Okay, cool, I guess. We're gonna need to kill all of these remaining systems. And aura needs to flow, basically. I've just come to a rather interesting realization. So if you actually take a deeper look at the wheel here and the eradication power, it actually says total war causes belly against all non-fallen empires. All non-fallen empires. That also includes your vassals. I am now at war with my vassal states, who are basically attacking me way deep from my back line. This is a problem. We're gonna need to do something about this, because yeah, okay, so they're in my back line. This is an issue. We're gonna need to quickly throw together a couple more fleets. Why don't I have battleships? It's 2338. I'm also confused about the fact that I appear to still be integrating these guys. I am not entirely sure when this is supposed to happen, but allegedly I am still integrating these aliens. I'm incredibly confused about what's going on. What the hell? I find this absolutely hilarious. It's 2243, and the Khan has decided to show up. Of course, one small problem with that particular approach. My fleets are gigantic, and they're going to get crushed. In the meantime, my spy networks have shown me that the aura has basically gone almost everywhere, except for this small cluster in the back of the galaxy. Once the situation with the end of cycle finishes, we're gonna, probably see what the final tally is going to be. But so far, so good, except for my vassal, who's decided to put shroud seals everywhere, which I think is weird. Oh yeah, cool. We're gonna need to do a quick tally here before we carry on, because we need to mention something here. So I'm going to press this button, right? Okay, cool. So creation in Savant. So just to recap, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Gaia worlds in my capital system, powered by the end of cycle. We are on the cusp of becoming gods, or at least, hopefully, and we're going to snuff out all existence. Such joy. I do like it when I have to go on these little side quests to take out the Khan and all of his compatriots, because this system is quite full of stuff. But I also have got quite a lot of stuff. So all of this system is going to die, and I got a separate 100k stack going after the Khan himself. Yeah, this cute. Like we got a lot of strikecraft. Let's put it that way. Also, I'd like to point out how cool these ship models look in this particular expansion. Like you know, shadows of the shroud and all that. But oof, that is some sexy stuff. Look at this. It's all spiky. It looks like it's straight out of Andromeda. For those of you who remember that TV show, probably not. Oh, I finally got battleships. That's useful. But yeah, it's good looking. Let's put it that way. And the Mind Wardens, which is one of the other factions that you can play with, also has their own ship set. So 2 ship sets with this bad boy, which is not too shabby. Off you go. Sent to the cornfield. Whilst at the same time, I believe, where are the Chosen of the Great Khan? Are over here. And I got this fleet over here just doing its own thing, whilst my other fleet are slowly expanding. Ah, there's your problem why it wouldn't expand. You cheeky goobers put a Shroud Seal in here. Not anymore, you have. That Shroud Seal has to go. Otherwise, the aura cannot expand into the back country here. Oh, there's a couple more Shroud Seals here. That I did not notice. Yeah, all the Shroud Seals have to go. They all have to go. They all have to die. And I will need to stand supreme. I'm a little concerned here whether or not my fleet will live, but we'll see how that goes later. We are approximately 2 years out from the end effect on the end of cycle. It's going to be glorious. Our overlord will help us becoming great, and in return we'll just give him the galaxy and everything in it. So, you know, it looks like the aura has spawned nicely. The only things that I have a small issue with is this one, because it was the Halcyon Keep, which is the Shroud Keepers, or at least the anti-psionic robots. I cannot remove the Shroud Seal, which is somewhat unfortunate. Let's hope that's not actually going to cause any impact to us in the long run. But yeah, everything else, the Shroud has spread everywhere. The aura is everywhere. We just have a couple of more years or a couple more days until the end is nigh. We only have 1 year to go. And according to this, there is a couple stations remain to be conquered. 15 of them. I have no idea where they are. I know about these bunch down here. That's clear, because there's the single beacon that I cannot destroy. But where are these other systems? Like, what's going on? Like, everything has been claimed for the greater glory of the end of cycle. But where is everything? A sense of dread and awareness of impending calamity stirs within our population. We must prepare for the worst. If the aura of the end covers the galaxy, the game will end. Fascinating. I'm wondering what's going to happen here at the end of the game. We are 10 months out, only 10 months. We've got a gigantic fleet just covering the galaxy. We're all over the place. The aura is essentially everywhere except this little pocket for a variety of reasons that we will not go into. Distortion. What's this? Oh, that's a jump drive one. Okay, well, we'll get that one in as well. There it is. 8 months to go. Time for the countdown. Here it goes. 18 days, 15 days.
Hostile station in.
What happened? The game is frozen. Completely frozen. Oh. The death of the great. Okay. We have failed! As a consequence of our weakness, the end of the cycle has not come to glorious fruition. The price must now be paid. We have to face the reckoning. What is this? All will be devoured. All will be taken by the Shroud. Most mind bullets will... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we have to face the reckoning. Whoa, 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 what?
The conclave is ready to act.
Oh no, my profane words. Oh no. I have been reduced to exile. Because of course I have been reduced to exile. Consume most of the systems in the galaxy. Most of them. Let me guess. Most of the planets have turned into... What happened to my capital system? Everything is gone. Everything is quiet now. We have faced the reckoning. All available data we have wished to confront this threat. Should we execute emergency research to determine more effective methods of engagement? It may not be over. Yeah, this is not gonna happen. We finish facing the reckoning in 1653 months. We have been reduced to a singular planet that is currently being bombed by the Palaxilin entity, because they are now, of course, our enemies after we've destroyed the entire galaxy, or at least turned most of the galaxy into an absolute wasteland. So I think it probably would be wise to call it here. That was great fun. That was good fun. I really wish that I managed to find those last 15 systems, though, in order to unleash the Shroud and win the game. But sadly, that wasn't going to happen this time around. But yeah, maybe next time. I want to thank Paradox Interactive for making this video possible. Shadows of the Shroud is available now for you to go and play, and yeah, you can use the link in the description down below to go and acquire it. Using the link below will also support the channel directly. Thank you so much for watching. It's been fun. How many Gaia worlds can we collect? Until next time, take good care of yourselves, and as always, each other.